Fellow judges, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pierre Robertson. I'm 17 years old and in the 12th grade. I live in South Euclid and I attend Charles F. Rush High School. Today I will be speaking to you about how the 21st century depends upon me. A leader takes people where they want to go. A great leader takes people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be, said Rosalind Carter. The essence of leadership cannot be clearly defined in a sentence. However, it embodies the spirit of one who wants to see change and puts that vision into action. This adequately describes Dr. King and his character, and the character I hope will remain and be represented in the 21st century. As with Dr. King in the late 20th century, I hope that as a generation of young people in these United States of America, we can and will take the weight of the world on our shoulders, both figuratively and politically. That is why I affirm that the 20th century helped define Dr. King's dream, but the 21st century will define his legacy. Therefore, the 21st century depends upon me. Dr. King is most famous and celebrated for his I Have a Dream speech. While this speech was monumental, Dr. King accomplished much more than just moving a nation with mere words. Dr. King gave birth to a movement that exhilarated and gave hope to a race and encouraged commitment from all people of all races to work together for a better world. To continue his work and vision, youth can commit themselves to a short series of actions, the first of which includes carrying his legacy and dream into fruition. As the youth of today, we have a responsibility and an obligation to do this. This can be as seemingly small as telling someone else of Dr. King and all of the wonderful ideas he stood for, or building on what he left us and taking it one step further. Perhaps by doing what he didn't get the opportunity to do, we can accomplish feats such as what President Barack Obama has accomplished. Not only making history, but shaping it and molding it as he sees fit. This is what Dr. King envisioned on a larger scale. We as a people have many adages, beliefs, and mottos, whatever they may be. Our president is of no exception, because he finds motivation in the spirit of Dr. King's legacy and in the fierce urgency of now. A story many are familiar with and many are not. In this particular story, God directs Moses to fulfill his destiny and lead his people out of Egypt and into the Promised Land. Moses does indeed lead his people out of Egypt. However, it is Joshua who leads them to the final destination. This story has significance, as relatively we, the youth of America, are the Joshua generation. We must carry and lead on where Dr. King left off. We must utilize President Obama's mantra and lead to new change, new policy, and ultimately, a new day. One second. Now, one might ask, what is needed to take us into the future? The truth is that there's no one right answer or statement to this. Thus, there are many. To take this dream, this idea, this legacy into the future, we must build on Dr. King's foundation. As the youth of today, we must build and build and build some more. And when our time comes, because it will come, we can pass the baton on to the next generation of visionaries. Dr. King once declared, our lives begin and end the day we become silent about the things that matter. This describes the concept of what it means to be focused and embodies what our mindset should be as we embrace and take on the spirit of Dr. King's legacy. If we stand united and focused behind a common ideal, Dr. King's dream of a better tomorrow, then nothing, absolutely nothing will stand in our way, because we will accept the responsibility that the 21st century depends upon me and rest upon the shoulders of we. Thank you.